In this video, we are going to be creating the web page that you can see in front of you just now. So this is a lab activity from the week where we're looking up at CSS layout. So I'm going to split this video into two parts. The first video is going to deal with actually creating the HTML for this, and then the second video is going to deal with creating the CSS to go along with it. So we'll go ahead and start creating the HTML. So what we will do just now, and we can see that I'm already in the location where my GitHub repository is, and I'm already in my MyCredits branch. So I'm going to open up Atom, and then from here I can start to actually make things. So we'll wait for Atom to finish doing its loading. There we go. And close the settings. Okay, so we're now in week 5. I've already created a week 5 folder, but I've not created the files for this. So what I'll do is I'll create a new file, and I'll call this create page from template.html. And then I'll make a corresponding CSS file just now. Create page from template.css. Okay. So let's go ahead and make our HTML. We type HTML and then press tab, and that creates all of this. We'll give it a title, my first web page, and then we'll create a link to the CSS file, which is create page from template.css. And now we can go ahead and make the body. So let's have a little bit of a look at what we need to do. Well, you can see that we've got an image followed by our title of the web page. So that's the first thing that we'll go ahead and do. Let's make a header to put that in. So I've already created a logo.png file. So I'll do image and then logo.png. And that will make my logo appear. And then also in the header, we'll have h1 and we'll put welcome to my web page. Okay, so that's the header made. The next thing that we want to do is we want to make the navigation. So we've got 3 navigation items: news, about us, and contact us. So we've already seen in the lab sheet for today how we go about making a navigation. So what we'll do first is I'll open up a nav semantic element, make my unordered list, make my list item, make my first A. Now one of the things you'll notice with Atom is when you type A and then press tab, it doesn't create that the A link for you straight away. But if you do a space and then go back one space by pressing the left and then do A and then tab, it'll create it. I don't know why. So we need to create news, a list item for about us, and a list item for contact us. Okay, so that's our navigation done. The next thing is we've got this main section here. So I'll make a main. And then inside the main, you can see we've got 2 bits. We've got this bit here in light grey, which is this is the home page. And then we've got this other bit in darker grey, which says side section. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to make 2 sections. So one of them is going to be a section, and I'm going to give that the ID of main content, just so that I can refer to it later. And then inside of this, we've got an h2 of this is main section, and then p. We'll put in some lorem ipsum text, and let's just put soft wraps on. So we've got that there. That's our main section done. And then let's make another section, and this one will have an ID of side content, h2 side section p lorem, press tab, and then that appears. Okay, so that's that made. Let's have a see of how this actually looks when it's in the browser just now. So I'll show that in Finder or in Explorer or wherever it's saved, and then we'll go into it, and we can see inside of the browser that it looks like this. Okay, we've got a big massive logo, so I'll need to restyle that a little bit to make it smaller. We've got welcome to my web page, those links that we've created, the main section and the side section. Perfect. Right, so the next thing that we need to do is we need to make this footer, which is actually made of 3 sections. So what we'll do is we will close our main, create a footer, and then inside of our footer, we will create 3 different section elements. So section, and then we'll give that an ID of footer section 1, and then inside that, and there we go. Let's just tab that to make it look pretty. Actually, what I'll do is I'll beautify it. There we go, that's a bit nicer. And then what I'm going to do for the footer is I'll just copy and paste this 3 times and then change that so that says 2, that says 3, that says 2, and that says 3. Okay, so I think now we've got all of our HTML made. Let's just go over it all and double check to see that we've got all of the bits that we need. So at the top, we're opening up our HTML. We've got our head, which has a link to our style sheet, which is this line here. And we've got our title there. We're then opening up our body. We've got our header, which has the logo and welcome to my webpage. We've got our navigation, which has the news about us and contacts, all stored within an unordered list with list items and links. And then we've got our main section, which is here. And inside of the main section, we've got a section element that's called main content and another section element that's called side content. And then we've got our footer, which has got our 1, 2, 3 different footer sections. So now if we go onto our web page, we can see that that's been made. Okay, so that's the end of this video. In the next video, we're going to have a look at how we can actually style this so that it looks a little bit more like this content here.